Hello, everyone. I am Sara Raney, and as you know, I am not an attorney, but a victim. And today, I want to share some crucial insights about protecting yourself from financial exploitation and scams, especially during times of vulnerability. Now, what I'm going to be talking about is based on my personal experiences, and I hope it will help you avoid the pitfalls that I encountered. First of all, beware of probing financial questions. Mhm. People can be very sneaky when gathering information about your financial status. They might gradually ask seemingly innocent questions and piece together a picture of your finances. For example, someone might casually ask you about your retirement plans, and they'll follow up later with questions about your investments or income resources or its sources. Now, this slow accumulation of details can be used against you very successfully. I should have known better. Despite my background as a trained military interrogator, I was caught off guard. The emotional toll of grief and trauma can cloud your judgment, making it easy for manipulators to take advantage no matter how smart you are, no matter what background you come from, no matter how you think you will not be taken advantage of. Be extremely careful. Now, another thing which happened to me too, overly friendly behavior. Be cautious of individuals. I don't care who they are, who become overly friendly too quickly. Support is essential, especially when you are alone, but be wary of new friends who come too close too soon is vital. I experienced this with both my gardener and my maintenance man. Now, sometimes people exploit your need for support to gain your trust and access to your personal information. My gardener splitting up with his wife, and he was bringing me food, which I did not accept, and wanting to hug me. And then when he asked me to move in, I knew I was in trouble. So I did fire him. But all along, I knew I was paying too much for my gardening. But I live in an HOA, and the gardening needed to be done. Now, I recall when my maintenance man, who I thought was helpful, started asking me more questions about my family and finances. It seemed innocent at first, but in hindsight, he was clearly fishing for information. He even asked me to will this house to him, that he would take very good care of it. And he's asked me that many times. But the last time he was here, he started asking me about how much money I had, if I had any stocks, bonds, whatever. Now, in my grief and loneliness, I gave him information, not I gave him information, but I have to admit I did stop it. It caught me off guard and I stopped it. Now, it is not me to give out such information, but I sometimes do not think. Honestly, I'm just trying to survive, and I do make mistakes. Now, online scams. Now, this is something that, of course, did not happen to me, but I've known other people it has happened to. I cannot stress enough how important it is to be vigilant online. Scammers are everywhere, from attorneys, insurance agents, to people posing as friends on social media. Do not do anything with somebody that calls you and asks for business. Do not do business with friends, relatives, friends of friends, whatever. Now, on social media, you have what they call a catfish. Yes, believe it or not, out of the blue, I had a prince who wanted to befriend me. Really? This came up on my private Celebration of Life site. So much for private. As I said, they are sneaky. And with Facebook and the media today, believe me, they can infiltrate your personal life. To never, never, ever deal with anybody that calls up to market and get your business. Now, there's also professional exploitation. Now, some professionals might exploit your positions, for instance, or their positions. For instance, an attorney might suggest changing your will to benefit them. Now, if they are your trustee, if they're not, I don't think they will. Always ensure to consult the right type of lawyer for your needs, please. Go to an attorney that is, number one, an estate attorney, a civil attorney. If they do everything, you don't want Walmarts. Okay? I made the mistake of going to an attorney whom I thought was recommended was an estate attorney. And I did check it, but I didn't check it enough. When I got there and started talking to him, guess what? He was a defense attorney for drunk drivers because he himself had been arrested for DUI. That was not the right decision, needless to say. Make sure to research and verify the credentials of any professional you plan to work with. Do not accept anybody's opinion, advice, without checking it out. Dear God, don't use their relatives and somebody that will do it for you cheaper. Look for reviews, ask for reference, and confirm their specializations. It is better to spend a little extra time and money up front than deal with the consequences of trusting the wrong person. In fact, you could lose everything in trusting the wrong person. Now, steps to protect yourself. Set boundaries. Establish clear boundaries. Only discuss your finances with a trusted attorney. Be wary of overly inquisitive friends or professionals or anybody. Verify credentials. Always verify the credentials of any professional you deal with. Use online resources to check their backgrounds and specializations. Get everything in writing. Oh, please do this. Insist on written communication. Emails can serve as records of what was discussed. If phone calls are necessary, record the message if legal in your state to ensure you remember details accurately. Well, I'm going to take that back. I'm going to say something. Record it anyway. Because at least they cannot say to you, which happened to me, something totally different than what they're saying now. Educate yourself. Stay informed about common scams and threats. Knowledge is your best defense against manipulation. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, trust your gut. It's better to be continuous or cautious than regretful. I ignored my instincts several times, thinking I was just paranoid. But looking back, those gut feelings were warning signs. Now, consult multiple sources. When making important decisions, consult multiple sources. Get a second and third opinion, especially on legal and financial matters. This can help you avoid relying on one potentially based sources. And one other thing, don't make quick decisions like selling your house or or buying a fancy car, whatever the case may be. Now, in conclusion, grief and vulnerability do not give others the right to exploit us, but they do. By recognizing manipulation behaviors and taking proactive steps, we can protect our well being and ensure our wishes are respected. It's okay to prioritize your needs. Even if it means losing friends or by hurting feelings, always remember that you do not have to navigate this journey alone. Reach out to trusted professionals, but always be cautious. Now, I have to say that I have reached out. I have not been as successful as I should have been, but where I was successful at was was with my advocates. As far as therapists, I've had some success, but when you need them, usually they're not there. But that's my experience. You may experience something differently. And I did cover this entire topic in another video. Yes, I am the mother of Dr. Kenley Gene Raney, who lost his life January 25th, 2019. I know. I understand what you're all going through. But grief and vulnerability do not give others the right to exploit us. By recognizing these manipulative behaviors and taking proactive steps, we can protect our well being and ensure our wishes are respected. It's okay to prioritize our needs. And sometimes we have to get our big girl pants on. Thank you.